Guys, I am back. Okay, so this video is going to be just about wig wearing and just the good, bad, and ugly, I guess. It definitely takes dedication to wear wigs. I'm just going to get that right out. It definitely takes dedication, especially if you love to like do different hairstyles, or if you're a person that gets hot very quickly and you like to just keep your hair cool with moisturizer all day and conditioner. Like, it definitely takes dedication to keep wigs in. So I'm just gonna give you a brief just brief you on like my wig wearing. So I've definitely been wigged out for like over 2 years. I have been wearing wigs. I started like in my early 20s, so maybe when maybe like 24, 25, between 23 and 25 I've been wearing wigs. Okay, so when I first started, I was working at a job, and there was this girl that worked there, and she's really nice, this lady, and she her hair was just so pretty. It was like, just when you see somebody like, oh, she just got her hair done, it's fresh. And it was like, maybe about this long or whatever, and she had bangs, and it was just, like, just really cool. So I was like, oh, where did you get your hair did? And she was like, this is a wig. And I was like, wait, what? She said, this is a wig. I said, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. She said, yes, it is a wig. And I was just like blown away, because my whole life, like, wigs was like something your auntie, your grandma was doing. Like, they look like a raggedy nest. I'm so sorry. They just look like a raggedy nest sitting on top of somebody's head, and something you just throw on when you really don't care and you just go outside. And I was like, I guess I knew there were like fashion wigs and things, but I really just never looked into it. And that was like how I knew wigs to be, like, from people that I knew. Like, that's just what wigs were. Even though I have been in stores and seen wigs, but never like really realized it or really took notice of like how nice they look. I was just so blown away. I was so blown away. Like, why do I feel so brand new about this? Especially when I went to beauty school and all this stuff. But, it's just like certain things I just never really got into, and wigs was one of them. So after that, I went to like the biggest wig shop that we had in town. And I kid you not, I went in. I looked at every single wig they had. I casually just walked through all the rows. And I seen a wig, and I said, that's it. Like, I just knew. I didn't even have to try it on, but I think I did try it on, and that was the wig for me. I will dig around and find some pictures of it, and I'll post it. I think I'll post one right now. I'll look around and see, but I'm pretty sure we'll post that, because yeah. So I kid you not, like, people thought that was my hair. I don't know why, but they thought it was my hair, because it was like long and curly, and I'm like, why would somebody think it was my hair? Hispanics thought I was Cuban. They thought I was Afro Latino. Like, all sorts of like weird stuff. And I was just like, I'm just trying to wear this wig, so I gotta comb my hair. Like, I had a lot to do during that time frame, and I didn't have time to comb my hair, and I was trying to grow it out. I was trying to grow it as long as possible. My hair was already pretty long, and it was like past my shoulders and probably to my armpit, probably like right to my armpit, something like that. And I just wanted to grow my hair out. Like, I was like, okay, let me try this. And then I was just thinking, like, this should be a great way to grow your hair out, especially if it's like no maintenance. Like, forget low, it's no maintenance. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And it was a great way to grow my hair out. And as long as you pick a style that you really like, it's like it's a win-win. But if you wear them too long, like months, like 6 months to a year at a time, you can get kind of bored, or just you just really miss your hair. So I'm gonna go through the list of the good, bad, and uglies of wearing wigs. Okay, so let's get started. I wrote down my little list because I don't want to miss anything. So usually when women wear wigs, they're going on a hair journey. I mean, like if they're wearing them for a really long time, it's some type of hair journey. Or maybe you really just don't know what to do with your hair, or maybe you really just love wearing wigs. But I like them, but I don't love them that much that I wouldn't want to wear my own hair. So, okay. I'm not gonna go through all the goods and all the bads and all the uglies. I'm just gonna like just good, bad, ugly, whatever. Okay. So I have been wearing wigs. This year is definitely a straight year, 12 months of just wearing wigs because it's a year, a wig journey. And the year before that, I had did a year journey. So this is definitely 2 years of wearing wigs, and I have worn wigs a whole lot previous before that. So I will say I have been wearing wigs over 3 years. I don't know how long, but it's definitely been over 3 years. 2 years definitely consecutively. Okay, so I can't really say the bad. It's probably the sad. But okay. I'll just say the bad. This is the bad. I definitely miss my hair products. I'm a product junkie, and I miss putting those luscious smelling, soft, silky, sensuous products in my hair. I miss that. Like, I still have products that I haven't used in such a long time because I wear these wigs and I don't need to use them. And in fact, I recently bought more since I was out and about and I was shopping and I found them for good deals. I said, let me just grab some because I only have 4 more months to go before I'm able to like do my hair, and I'm going to give myself the most ultimate treatment ever. I like got some hair masks and some thermal straighteners and heat protectants and all of that. So I was like, I'm ready. Like I got some stuff, but let me get some more stuff. So the bad, I definitely miss, like, if you like to massage your hair and put stuff in it and just feel it, like, I miss that. And that is like one of the things that I'm just like really itching to just get these wigs over with because I miss putting products in my hair. I just miss it. I miss how it feels. I miss how it smells. Like, that's just part of my life. Like, I've always done that, and that's definitely what I miss. Okay, the good. It definitely is a great growth method. If you're really into growing your hair out and you just really want to like just get some length going, you know, like, it's a great way to grow your hair out. It's awesome. Like, I've met people or heard of people saying that wigs kind of like messed up their edges and they didn't have any edges. Now, I don't know if they said wigs and they really meant weaves or they meant wigs, but I've never had an issue with that. If I had an issue with my edges, it was because it was a health problem or something else. Like, I just wasn't like really upkeeping my edges, but it's never been the wigs, like, never. Maybe you have to just know how to place them over your edges, you know, and just know how to install your wig. But I've never had an issue with that. I know some women, they do like sew their wigs down like their weaves, and maybe that's the problem, but I've never had a problem with that. So it's great to grow your hair out. Another good is the clean scalp situation. So when I first started wearing wigs, my scalp was so freaking clean. When I first wore one, it was like for some months. I don't know how long I wore it, but I wore that wig out. And when I took it out, my scalp was so clean, like no dandruff, no dry scalp. I mean, it was just like clean. Like, I've never seen my scalp so clean. And it just maintained like, and every now and then I would put oil in it, maybe put some grease here and there. A lot of times I didn't put anything in it, but my scalp was always so clean. When I took my hair out, it would be growth. Not only was my scalp clean, but my hair was clean. Like, when you wear individual braids or cornrows, excuse me, your hair collects dust and dirt. And so when you comb it out, there's so much hair, so much dirt and dust attached to it. It kind of like breaks your hair off, like trying to comb through that. I've never had that issue with my wigs, like never. Taking my hair down, my scalp was so clean. Now, the only time my scalp was dirty or like really bad was when I was going through a psoriasis crisis, and that would be a whole nother video because it was a health issue. But once I got over that, my scalp is still clean, and so it's a great way to keep your scalp clean. Some people might say their scalp get dry, but as for me, like, if I feel like it's getting a little dry, I'll just put some cream, you know, just do my scalp, not my hair, just put some cream on it, some oil, maybe do a mixture of cream and oil. But for the most part, scalp is like absolutely flawless. Like it's a great way to keep your scalp clean. Um, okay, another good is it's easy to get up and go. My mornings is pretty much wake up, of course I get ready, and then I just put my little cap on and throw this on and walk out. Maybe I'll brush it depending on the style of the wig. Brush it, finger it, position it, whatever, you know, just check and make sure it's all like, but it takes 5 minutes or less to put my wig on and go. And that's just like brushing it and stuff. Like it's really no maintenance at all. I mean, the only other thing that's quicker than wigs is braids. Like you really don't have to do anything. You just jump up and walk away. So it's very easy to get up and go with this hair. Okay. A bad. I can't really massage my scalp. So, I mean, like I want to. I do get in there and I do like massage my scalp, especially when I'm like putting in like oils or something, like, or just like lubrication, but I can't really get in there the way I want to. So if it's like just one of a like an itchy situation for me, and it's just like, you know, you have that burst of itchiness, you're just like, oh my gosh, my scalp, like I don't know why it's itching. I had a situation yesterday where I put grease and cream on it and it started itching more after I put the grease on, and I was like, what is happening? Like that never happened. So my scalp, I don't know if it was thirsty or what, but it just wouldn't, like it was just itching, and I just had to go in there, and it was just like, I really don't know why. And that's rare that I get an itchy scalp like that, but when I do, it's like I gotta put water in it, grease. I was sitting by the fan just to cool it off and just to like, you know, calm it down. So when you do have those moments, or if you do just really want to like just massage it because it just feels nice, you really can't get in there the way you want to. And that's one thing that I don't really care for about wigs. Let's see. Okay, here's an ugly for you. It's not really good or bad, it's just something that I don't like. So when I do get in there and scratch my head and rub it and stuff, usually I have my boyfriend do it every now and then. I'll have him just kind of go in and just rub my hair, just, you know, rub in between my braids, my little beehive. And one ugly thing that I don't like about it is that, and maybe it's because his fingers are bigger and he does like bigger sweeps, but it's not that, because when I do it, it does the same thing. So usually he'll like take his fingers and just like rub in between my braids, which is what I do too. And even though my braids are fresh, they're braided tight, it will still like, just doing that will rub your hair out of your braids, and it will get messier and frizzier faster. And that's something that I don't like. I just want to be able to go in there and just, you know, especially if my braids have been in for a long time and they're kind of old, then it really kind of like, you can't really go, you got to be careful, but it's kind of hard because no matter what you do, the braids just get messier and frizzy, and they start coming out of the braids, like they just get frizzy. And so the whole point is for the braids to stay intact, but they just get messed up the more you go in there. And I leave my braids in for a long time usually, and so like my braids are so overgrown, usually I can stick my finger through the growth. That was the braid that was braided to my scalp. It's lifted so much I can stick my finger through it. So in those instances, yeah, when we go through it, it just gets all extra messy. So that's one thing that I don't like. Another ugly, when you get irritable, you just can't take it off. Like sometimes when you're at work or you're at the gym or just out and about, sometimes you just don't want to be bothered with wearing a wig. I mean, it's not a good or bad thing, it's just another ugly, just something you don't want to deal with. So sometimes literally if I'm in a bad mood, or if I'm just like feeling like I don't feel my best, sometimes I just want to take it and snatch it off. But I can't. Like I felt like that at work, I felt like that at, you know, well, at home I can't do that, you know, unless there's company over, and I can't. So it's like sometimes, like usually if it's just like so warm, I'm just too hot. Excuse me, I'm too hot, or maybe my head is itching and I just want to take it off and I can't. So that's another thing that is just annoying. You can't just take it off whenever you want to, you know, it doesn't always work that way. Let's see. Okay, so another ugly. If you've been like on a wig journey and you've been wearing them for so long, it's not really good or bad, it's just an annoyance. you're just over it. You're just so over the wig hairdo. Like no matter what wig, you're just so done. Like so over it. I am so done. Like I like the wig, it's cool, but I'm just so over it. Like I just want to be able to comb my hair, like, and it's not that I just want to play in my hair and all that stuff. I just like how it feels, like to be able to lean back on a chair or like lay down and not worry about messing up the wig. Like, oh, my wig's gonna get nappy. Like that has always been a concern for me, no matter how, excuse me, no matter how good my wig is or like how expensive. I can never really get comfortable like leaning up against like a pillow or laying down or just just lay down and be free because I'm scared it's gonna get so freaking nappy underneath and I have to be careful. So that's just a thing. I can never really get that comfortable with it all the time. I have to be so careful, and so it just makes me over it. Because I can't do all that. Like I'm just so done. Like when I first started wearing them, if you wear your own hair and you're like, I'm tired of combing it or whatever, the first couple of times you put one in, the wigs, you're like, yes, yeah, that's cute. I don't have to do my hair. Oh, and it's like braided underneath and it's gonna grow. Yes. By the 6th month, if you've been doing this for 6 months in a row, you like, oh yeah, it's cute, but I'm just so done. After 2 years, you like get it out, get it out, get it out. Like, oh, this is cute, get it out. So usually within the first week of me wearing a new wig, I'm a little excited because I'm like, yeah, finally. I'm not really excited. I'm just happy I don't have to wear the raggedy wig that got so old, like the one before. I'm just happy to have fresh hair on my head. But after a week, I'm so done. Like after a week, everybody's like, oh, your hair is cute. Like, thank you. I'm done with this. So after a week, I'm so done. It's a money saver. It's definitely a money saver. I probably spent up to I think I did buy a wig that was maybe about $100 or so. Maybe it's been a long time. I don't even remember how or why I even bought that wig. But I think it was a human hair wig, and I think I ended up throwing it away. Moment of silence for that piece of hair. And I don't think it's really that bad. I just didn't really realize like what I needed to do to maintain a human hair wig. It started off kind of long and I did cut it, and I just think I could have did way better with it. And maybe I wouldn't have been buying all these. But I will say it was dry. It got dry really fast and I had to fight with it sometimes. So but overall wigs are money savers. Like besides that hair, I usually spend like maybe up to $60. That might be the most I spend, and that's rare. Usually it's between 40. Well, actually I spent less than that. Like I spent like maybe $20 on a wig, 25, 35, 45, and 50. So usually between 25 to $50. And it's cheaper because it's not like I'm getting my hair done every 2 weeks. When my hair was shoulder length, it was probably like $45 around that time to get it done. And then I know the longer it gets more expensive. So I paid probably about $60 about so we get my hair done. And the length that I wanted to get, I'll probably be paying $80. Luckily, I have a license and I know how to do it myself. But if I just want to go get treated, that's how much it's going to cost. Wearing the wigs is like $20 a month, $35 a month, $45 a month, $50 a month. That's nothing. So it's definitely a money saver. Another good, it's a time saver. Like we already talked about the throw on and go, so it's definitely a time saver. I would say a bad is that the hair can definitely get unusually dry, like because it is usually synthetic hair. Even like the real hair and that excuse me, the human hair I talked about, they just get dry. Like and when they get dry, it's not the way your own hair gets dry. When it's dry, it's like a different type of dry, like really dry. So, and because it is synthetic or whatever, you can't really like moisturize it and refresh it the way you do your own hair. So it's like, that's just kind of like one of the bads that I have to deal with the wigs. But luckily, I just try to get the ones where I really don't have to do anything to it. It looks really shiny, there's good color, and once it starts to get dry, it's about time to throw it away. Let's see. Okay, so I will say another good is that you can definitely switch it up and be versatile with the styles. If I was to go get my hair weaved up like this, like a quick weave or a weave or whatever, or a crochet, it's gonna cost some money. It's gonna cost for the hair, and it's gonna cost for someone to install it. It's so much cheaper to just get a different style and throw it on your head. There's short hairstyles, there's medium length. If you're able to like smoothly tuck your hair underneath, you can pretty much wear any type of hairstyle that you can find. I mean, if I want to go silver, I can go silver. If I want to go blonde, I can go blonde. If I want to go deep black all the way up to platinum, like anything between in the styles and textures, I can do. I don't have to pay anybody to put in like a weave or whatever, because it came that way. So it's definitely great with versatile. Like if you want to be versatile, and if you want to do this every other day, have a new style every other day, you can do that. You can't do that with weaves. So that's a great thing. The versatility of it is amazing. Let's see. So, oh, and I will say with that is that you can definitely change your color and style without chemically damaging your hair. You don't have to color it. You don't have to change the texture of it. You just throw it on and go. Okay, so and I may have kind of mentioned this like in passing, but just to put some extra detail onto it, pretty much the hair gets raggedy. Like there's no way to keep it from getting raggedy. It's gonna get raggedy. Like eventually, it's just one of the bads of it. It's gonna get raggedy. Like no matter how much you upkeep a wig, eventually it will die. Like you can always retouch up your hair in an instant, but wig hair, it's just gonna die. It's gonna have an expiration date, and you will know that date when you realize this hair is just dead. Okay, so overall, if I had to give it like a 0 or like a 1 for like I really just don't care for it, to a 10, I would definitely give wig wearing a 10. Overall, there's just too many pros to it, and some of the bads and uglies are just like stuff that I can deal with. Like it's a time saver, money saver, it grows your hair out. To me, those 3 things alone is enough to like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wear the wigs. Like it's just no if, ands, or buts about it. So it's great to wear. Like they're definitely, they're affordable, they're great, they look great. The only thing is, if you wear them for a very, very long time span, be prepared to have a lot of patience and dedication, because some days you're gonna want to just pull it off and throw it away in public. That's how you're gonna feel. So there are some girls who wear them all the time and they have no problem with it. Like that's their thing. Like, there's opposites. Like, oh no, I can't go outside without my wig. That's not me, but I'll wear them if I have to, or if I just want to do something different. But if I have to do it for the rest of my life, I'm not going to be a happy camper. I just won't. So you know yourself. You already know if you're one of those people. And I think most women would just prefer to wear their own hair and wear wigs whenever they feel like it. But I would not do this like as a job. Like wearing wigs is not going to be my career. So anyway, I hope that was helpful if you're considering wearing wigs, or if you just want to maybe dabble in it or look into it. Some people say wearing them, they get hot. I've never really had that problem. Even in the summertime, I've never really, you can go short or do something that's kind of big where it gives you some air in between, like some, volume. But I've never really been that hot wearing wigs. Even when it's really, really hot, like I'll still wear some long hair, usually it's kind of bouncy, so it's not like just stuck down to my body. But it's never been too hot for me to really not wear the wigs like unbearably bad. So anyway, that's it for me about wearing wigs. The good, bad, and the ugly about wearing wigs. Okay, I'm totally wigged out, but hopefully by next year I will be over it. So anyway, if you have any comments or questions, just put them down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.